Hi Aries, welcome to March 2018. This is a dynamic month. There are 3 moons in it, as was in January. You have the Virgo full moon on March 1st, and that is about your work, your lifestyle, your work habits, your health habits. So you're really going for it as you enter March, and you're very much focused on your work and producing and moving up in what you're doing. And it's also a very dreamy moon because the sun is coupled with Neptune. And so it is a great time for you to focus also on restoring yourself, energizing yourself, rejuvenating. With the Neptune energy, you could find yourself wanting to kick back and dream, meditate, go into retreat mode, rest, and restore yourself. Virgo is always about being practical, clarifying what needs to be done. So there is this balance with you going on in this area of work and goals, like what you're trying to achieve and what needs to be done now. When Neptune is involved, we can get foggy, we can in the mind, we can get distracted by things that may not be important. And with the Virgo, it is about focusing, lasering in on what you need to be doing, what's essential, what's important for your next steps, and letting go of the distractions. And it's a wonderful time, though, with the Neptune energy for dreaming, being creative, working behind the scenes. So, as you go into March, this first week, very much so about working behind the scenes. Maybe you're building something, working towards something, and you have a very big focus going on behind the scenes in your research work or in your detailed work that you're doing to produce whatever it is you're, a book, a website, a new business, a new project, a new job, whatever it is you're going for. I see you very busy behind the scenes in the first part of the month, working to get ready to, say, launch something that you are creatively working on and diligently working on. Now, on March 6th, Mercury, the messenger, and Venus, the goddess of love, beauty, and abundance, both of them move into Aries. This is really good for you because it makes you very attractive. You can have a lot of magnetism with Venus in your sign, and with Mercury together, you're going to be percolating with all kinds of ideas. And I want you to be writing these things down or recording what comes up this month for you. Because you could have some real gems in there. And if you don't get it down, you don't write it down, you might forget it. And so there's a lot of ideas coming to you now, and it's incredibly creative and exciting, and you want to seize the moment and not lose any of this inspiration that's coming in for you here in March. And super exciting because having Venus and Mercury in your sign with Uranus as well is in your sign until May. Then he moves into Taurus. You are fiery and funny and dynamic and sharp. So you really got it going on here, and it makes you incredibly attractive. And you might even find that you have this instant attraction with someone, and it's mutual. Like they're really attracted to you, and your words have power and influence over other people this month. So this is extraordinary to have these God and Goddess of communication and relationships working to move you up and help you attract good people to you, attract interesting people to you. And if you're single, maybe someone amazing is attracted to you and you're attracted to them. And that's always fun and exciting. Now, Jupiter is going to take his turn to retrograde. This is the first retrograde for 2018. And he will retrograde March 8th through July 10th. And for you, if you've been working on, say, getting a loan for your business or getting a loan for your project, or you want to buy real estate or something you've been working on, that could come through for you here in March. If you are not working on something, you can wait before you go for the financing. Wait a little bit longer. I'm not saying you have to wait till July, but don't try to go and get a loan in March if you haven't been working on it already, with Jupiter going retrograde in this area of other people giving you money, financing, shared resources. And so, if you've been working on it, it could come through. Before Jupiter takes his turn to reverse, he could just hand it to you. If it doesn't happen, that's the universe protecting you because it's not time yet and you need to be patient. And I know that's a challenge for fire signs. I'm a fire sign. My son's in the first house, which is very Aryan because Aries rules the first house. And I'm always out there first and ahead. And like, where is everybody? And then I have to remind myself, let them, everybody moves at their own pace. And that goes with the universe too. So you want things to happen in divine timing, in the right timing for you, so that you get the best financing. And it is all in divine timing. And then we have the Sun trine Jupiter, March 13th. And if you're in the States, daylight savings time begins on the 11th. Yay! I am not into this clock back and clock forward thing. I think it's a royal pain in the butt, and that we should just leave it alone and not put it forward or backwards. Just let it do its natural course. However, it's going to be forward on the 11th, which is good news for those of us in the northern hemisphere. And the Sun trines Jupiter on the 13th. This is good news. And then we have the Pisces new moon on the 17th. And, this is a Chiron new moon. And so this can be flushing up to your surface, conscious awareness, any, thing that needs healing. You really are working on, working behind the scenes, because we're getting ready for the sun to go into Aries, which is like my favorite time of the year. And before that, you are working on, finishing up things. Maybe you're healing something. Is there something going on with your health that needs healing? Is there something going on with your heart that needs healing? Or your mind? Or your soul? It's always about the mind, body, spirit, or soul connection, and that, to live, a great life, you want to be fully, rich in all those areas, in your health, in your heart, in your mind, in your spirit, in your soul. And so Chiron is very strong at this Pisces new moon on the 17th. For you, it is in the behind the scenes taking place in the area of finishing up things, finishing up business, finishing up projects, working on, perhaps you're being shown how you get in your own way, how you sabotage yourself. We all do it. We all have a 12th house. And so we all, go through this cycle before our birthday where the universe likes to show us, maybe how we're holding ourselves back or limiting yourself. or not supporting yourself enough. Sometimes you can be there for others, but yet maybe you're not there for you, and the universe is showing you this. So whatever comes up for you at the time of this new moon, heal it, forgive it, release it, do a ritual, and send it off into the ethers and get ready for action. And the thing with Neptune, or even with the Pisces energy, because Pisces is ruled by Neptune and Jupiter, it's like get to the water. When you have Neptune, it's like you're being called to the water, whether it's a stream or a lake or an ocean. Go to the water and sit by the water or walk by the water and allow that water to flush through and cleanse you and purify you and bring you to your perfect state of being, which is who you really are. And so it is a wonderful moon to play and dream and create, and to rest and recharge your batteries and get ready for action, because 3 days later you have the spring equinox and you have the sun enter Aries, and you have International Astrology Day. Western astrology is not based on the fixed stars. It is based on the day the sun enters Aries. And that's a big day for us. That's why all of us around the world that are astrologers or love astrology, we celebrate it on the day the sun enters Aries. And the sun loves being in Aries. The sun is exalted in Aries because Aries is about the individual. And without the individual, there are no groups. Without the individual, there is nothing to talk about. And so the sun loves that singular focus of the individual, and it is exalted in Aries. And so with the sun moving into Aries on the 20th, it's happy birthday time. So if you've done your rest and recharge the first 20 days, the first 3 weeks of the month, by the time the sun moves into Aries and we have incredible happy spring in the northern hemisphere and beautiful fall in the southern hemisphere of the planet, it is time for you to shine. And your ruling planet Mars has entered Capricorn, where he too is exalted. So now you have the sun exalted in Aries. And Mars, he went into Capricorn right after the Pisces new moon on the 17th. And so now you're really focused on your career, your work, your destiny in the world, your reputation in the world, your unique individual contribution to society, whether it's through your work or your presence of just being who you are, fabulous you, amazing you, fiery, dynamic, and sexy, smart you. And so we are so celebrating this turning point in March. Okay, so we're all celebrating and we're going, yay! Sun's in Aries, we've got spring in the northern hemisphere, the days are getting longer. This is exciting. Mercury then goes retrograde. Mercury goes retrograde March 22nd through April 15th. And it's in Aries. Now, I love when Mercury retrogrades in the fire signs. It just seems easier for some reason to deal with all of the challenges that come up in communication, in conversations, in travel and transportation. These are the things he rules. So if you're planning any kind of travel, make sure you troubleshoot any foreseen problems that can come up March 22nd through April 15th. Murphy's Law. What can go wrong will go wrong. Mercury retrograde. So now things could go fine. Things could just be perfect. But you always want to prepare yourself just in case. Make sure you have a plan B in place, maybe even a plan C, because anything can go wrong. I was having trouble with my mouse that goes with my notebook computer and it was locking up my computer, and I couldn't understand why my computer was locking up, and then I finally figured out it was the mouse. So throw the mouse out, bring out a new mouse, things like that, where you're trying to figure out what's wrong with this, what's wrong with my computer, what's wrong with my email, what's wrong with my travel plans. And it can be just like one small glitch that you're overseeing because you're moving too fast, which I do have a tendency to do, and you overlook what's right and obvious in front of you. So be aware that Mercury is retrograding in your sign, which can make it a bit more challenging when it's in your sign because your brain has gone into subconscious mode, which is a dream state, and yet you're thinking that you're being clear and concise, yet you may not be. So make sure you have others feed back to you, whatever you're emailing or saying, hey, Joe, did you get that email I sent you? Or, hey, Nancy, did you get that phone call? Or do you understand what I'm asking for you here? That way, you know that we're all on the same page, because when Mercury goes retrograde, it affects everyone. Whether people follow astrology or not, it doesn't matter. The energies are affecting you. And so, is navigating Mercury retrograde, is a bit challenging. Then Venus enters Taurus on March 31st. That brings the action to what you love and value, your money and resources. And then you have the Libra full moon on March 31st. And that is all about relationships. Libra rules relationships, and Libra is all about harmony and beauty and cooperation and working together. And Saturn is T-squaring this full moon on March 31st. So if you've got like this magic power with you this month, with that Venus in your sign up until the 31st and Mercury in your sign all month, and it works, really well with, say, friends or your partner if you're coupled, that if you do, like, say, a thoughtful little thing for your partner is just going to be like, ooh, I'm crazy about you. How did you know? And you're just going to be like, wow, this is amazing, because you have like this magic power this month, Aries. And your magic power is you can just get people to adore you by the little things that you do or the little things that you say just at the right time. You got that kismet going on where you just say the right thing at the right time, and we just like, ah, perfect, I love you. And so it's going to work all month with friends and maybe, someone you like, someone you're interested in if you're single, or someone you're partnered with is going to absolutely be swooning for you because you just did that thoughtful little thing right at the right time. But it's not going to work with the higher ups. And that's because Saturn is T-squaring the moon and the sun at the Libra full moon. So if you're wanting to, say what you really think to the higher up, I would wait, because with Saturn testing this Libra full moon, it won't go over well. And and so it's better to wait on that, and I'll be back in April to find you a better time to approach the higher up. Just wait on that. Keep working to demonstrate how valuable you are and how awesome you are, but wait on convincing the higher up that you're due for that pay raise or higher position or whatever you're going for. Because this is not the full moon to talk to anyone who's in authority with you that has any influence over you. Not the time. Now, for those of you open for love, available, you're pretty hot this month, and so you definitely want to shine your light. Whoever you're attracted to, let them know. And have fun with it, because I see them, others being very attracted to you, And so that could really be amazing for you and fun for you. And of course, with the Mercury retrograde, they can bring people back from your past as well that just show up in your circle. And, you know, you can reconnect with someone, and that can be fun too. For those of you coupled, this is a beautiful energy for you to be thoughtful with your partner. And it doesn't have to be something big. It's more about just the little things that matter, that you notice. That is going to make the bigger impression. And by showing that you're thoughtful with your partner, it's just going to be just amazing for the relationship. Just amazing. And money looks good. There isn't anything blocking the money flow here. You know, you've got a lot of firepower this month. You have, you know, 4 planets in fire with you. And you have the Sun, you have Venus, you have Mercury, you have Uranus. And, you know, you're going to have a lot of firepower in April when we are with your new moon in April, which is going to be incredibly exciting. And so you have so much to look forward to. And then with Venus going into that money house, that only increases money. With Venus entering Taurus, that increases your money. So money looks really good for you. Career, you are on the move. You've got Mars there all month. I mean, you know, when he went in on the 17th, and next month, he'll be in there in April. And so you're really focused on achieving big things, going after your dreams, going after your goals, going after your heart's desire. And that's really where you want to put your energy. So let your work speak for itself and wait on, you know, having that conversation with the higher up until April. And I'll find you that date in April when it's best to approach those in authority that can promote you and all that self advancement. Spiritually, you know, it's a very deeply spiritual month for you. So you want to make sure that you are taking time to meditate, to play, to have fun, to sit by the stream, to get to the ocean, to be in your thoughts and, you know, reflect and contemplate and connect with the higher source energy, because it will really empower you in the weeks and months ahead. How is your health? Now, when you're at that Virgo full moon, you're going to have that opportunity right at the beginning of the month, those first few weeks of the month, to really focus on getting your energy up, taking care of your health. Your wealth is in your health. I don't care how much money we have. If we don't feel good, if we're burnt out from our work, it's going to show. And life just is not meant to be that way. You're here to have a great life and be rich in health, in spirit, and living your best life. And so make sure you're taking really good care of you. You're not taking any shortcuts, and you're taking that time to rest, restore, rejuvenate, clarify what you need, and you're going to have an amazing month. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favoring, sharing, and Google Plus in my videos. And keep sharing. And thank you for subscribing. You totally rock, Aries. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And if you would like me to take a detailed look at your astrology, or you're interested in coaching, it's very easy. The links are below in the Show More section. They're also up in the cards. And I have a big announcement. I'm doing a live event on February 21st, and I hope to see you there. So until next time, Aries! Instant attraction. Man, your words have power and influence this month. And it's amazing.